Okay, hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel again. This is Mitesh Khatri. Today we are here with a very important topic where we are going to learn about how do you get back your relationship with your mother. That's right. How do you recover your relationship with your parents? Last time we did something like this with Lakshmi for father. Today we are working with another platinum member to how to recover your relationship with your mother. How many of you would love to learn how to bond, how to recover the relationship with your mom if there are any conflicts between you and your mom, or if you would like to learn this for other people? Everyone type in mom in the chat window quickly. Those of you who are meeting me for the very first time, my name is Mitesh Khatri. I and my wife Indu Khatri, we are law of attraction coaches. We've been doing this for about 17 years now, and part of our law of attraction group, we have got 4 levels. We've got basic level, advanced level, wealth mastery, and then the 4th level is what we call as our platinum level, which has multiple level courses in it, which is basically all about law of attraction mastery in all 4 areas of life: health, relationships, career, and money. So as part of the platinum membership, whenever I do live YouTube coaching, I give an opportunity only to my platinum members to come live with me to resolve some of their life problems in a one-on-one coaching with me. And by the way, this is completely live right now, which means I have not prepared for this. My platinum student has not prepared for this. So what you're going to see is going to be live coaching and how it is done and how transformation can be created in somebody's life in just 10 or 15 minutes using the right law of attraction NLP leadership techniques. Are you ready? Perfect. So let's invite the guest for today, which is Tanmay. Tanmay, please switch on your video and your mic. Okay, so here we have Tanmay, everyone. And Tanmay, welcome to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for coming with us today. It is not easy to do live coaching in front of everyone, talking about your problems in front of the whole world. But the fact that you're doing it, it means that you are open, you're vulnerable, and you're not ashamed about who you are. So thank you so much for sharing your problems with the world. And the reason is because when you will transform yourself during this call, during this coaching process, looking at your transformation, a lot of others will also get benefit. Right, Tanmay? Thank you so much once again. Everyone, please type in welcome and thank you for Tanmay. Firstly, he's Dr. Tanmay, part of our Platinum membership program. Hey, Tanmay, you want to quickly introduce yourself? Let me unmute you. Yes, you're unmuted.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Tanmay. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Awesome. So yes, Tanmay, maybe first you want to start introducing yourself about what do you do first?
By profession, I'm a doctor and I'm an Ayurvedic physician and now working in government sector.
Correct. And you've been part of Platinum program for how long now?
It was February 4th.
February 4th. Okay, awesome. So it's been what, like March, April, May, June, July. Oh, just about 5 months. Oh, wow. Based on that timeline, you've done amazing results so far. Amazing, Tanmay. Really happy. That's very fast. Awesome. So let's talk about today's coaching. You said you wanted to reconcile with your mother. You wanted to bond your relationship better with your mother again. So tell me what's going on with your mother.
There is lots of ups and downs is going on. My mother has her limitation of belief and she tried to control each and everything in her family.
Okay.
I can understand she has something in her background that where she has this kind of experience from her mother too.
Okay.
But she is implementing this in our life and now and she has that nature of comparing with others.
Okay.
And it is since my childhood she is doing like that.
She's always comparing you with others.
Yes.
Okay. And how does that make you feel?
Initially I was not aware of that and so I was not feeling such anything, but nowadays when I am aware of that, I'm feeling very irritated when she compared with me anyone, and now I'm feeling very jealous of that person also.
And who is this person? You don't have to give us the name, but is it a relative? Is it a friend?
Yes, he is actually one of our relatives.
Okay. And what kind of comparison does she do with you and her, with you and him?
In every aspect, what he is behave, so I need to behave like that. How successfully he is growing in his career, why I'm not growing in at that pace. So
Right.
in every aspect, maybe it is a relationship or career.
So the way he behaves, how successful he is he also married?
Yes.
He's married. So you should be successfully married like him. Right? Since you're not married right now, she's also behind that for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so two things you're talking about. One is she controls you a lot since childhood. The second thing that you're saying is that she compares you a lot, and how that makes you feel is jealous sometimes. But how does that make you feel towards your mom?
I sometimes feel very angry, and I sometimes thought it is not to talk with her.
Mm.
And in between for 3 or 4 months, I was not talking to her.
Mm. 3 or 4 months.
Yes,
Wow. Okay. And why do you want to work on your relationship with your mother now?
because I want to get rid of this feeling of jealousy.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I
Okay.
don't want to feel in that jealousy, and I don't want to be in that emotions also, because I'm now finding myself that I'm having this pattern. Have made this pattern that
Mm.
whenever I look someone successful, I also feel some. At first reaction, it is jealousy,
Right.
not that happiness or excitement that if he can achieve that, I can achieve that too.
Correct.
It's not that kind of things.
It's more jealousy
It's more of jealousy.
that why can't I do it what he or she
Yes.
is doing it, right? Okay.
And I feel so pity about myself also sometimes.
Hmm. Okay. So when she compares you, you feel jealous. When she controls you, you feel angry.
Yes.
Correct? So two emotions are very consistent with you, anger and jealousy as a pattern. Correct?
Yes.
Now, first thing that we learned in advanced LOA lesson number one was what?
Taking my frequency, emotions,
No, advanced LOA lesson number one was what? What was the main learning in the advanced LOA lesson number one?
upgrading my frequency.
Yeah, that was the name of the module, but what is the main lesson in it? How do you
Um,
upgrade your frequency? How do you take control of your frequency?
by checking my emotions at a 2 hours interval.
At what?
2 hours
No,
interval.
that's how you measure your frequency. How do you take control of the frequency?
It is whenever I feel any negative, I immediately say cancel, cancel.
No. So you forgot. So this is a great sign for not only all of you who are watching part of platinum membership, advanced course, or even non-advanced course students. It's easy to watch a video and believe that I now know the entire lesson. But you're realizing right now, Tanmay, you're not able to pass that test. You're getting it? So let me tell you what is advanced LOA lesson number one. Right now, you strongly believe in your subconscious mind that the feelings that you're having towards your mom, which is anger and jealousy, who's creating that?
Me,
That's what you're saying now. But what did you say a few minutes ago? Who created that feeling for
by my
you?
mom,
Yes. So every time you say, when she compares me, I feel jealous, that means who created the feeling as per you?
my mom,
Exactly. When she controls me, I feel angry. So who's making you angry?
my mom.
So are you taking responsibility for your feelings or are you making her responsible for your feelings?
I'm making her responsible.
And if you're making her responsible for your feelings, as per you, who has to change for your feelings to change?
My mom.
And is your mom changing?
No.
So what is the advanced LOA lesson number one now? How do you take control of your
Taking
frequency?
responsibility of my feelings.
Exactly. Taking responsibility of your feelings. So everybody who's live watching us right now, type in IRF, which means right hand on your heart again, Tanmay, and repeat with me. I am responsible
I'm responsible
for the anger
for the anger
and jealousy I feel,
and the jealousy I feel,
not my mother.
not my mom.
Now check how does that feel.
Little relaxed.
Now try saying the earlier statement again. Right hand on your heart and repeat with me. My mom makes me angry when she controls me.
My mom makes me angry when she controls me.
My mom makes me feel jealous when she compares me.
My mom makes me feel jealous when she compares me.
Now how does that feel?
It is not that kind of feeling.
So definitely not positive right now.
Yes.
And you've been living with this not so positive feeling for how many years?
30,
30 years. And how old are you?
36.
So for out of 36 years with your relationship with your mom, for 30 years you've lived with anger and jealousy. And you've been thinking she's created that for you.
Yes.
But did she create that for you?
No,
Who created that for you?
I'm responsible.
Exactly. So first, let's work on that lesson again. Everyone, let's try and working on that lesson with me right now. Right hand on your heart and repeat with me. I am responsible
I'm responsible
for everything I feel.
for everything I feel.
I create my feelings.
I create my feelings.
I create my anger
I create my anger
when my mom controls me.
when my mom controls me.
I feel jealous
I feel jealous
when my mom compares me.
when my mom compares me.
It has nothing to do with mom.
It has nothing to do with mom.
The fact is,
The fact is,
this is my pattern.
this is my pattern.
Anybody tries to control me,
Anybody tries to control me,
I get angry.
I get angry.
Anybody compares me,
Anybody compares me,
I feel jealous.
I feel jealous.
Is that true?
Yes,
So check in your professional life, do you get angry if someone compares you as a doctor with someone else?
obviously.
Obviously, look at that answer. Obviously, right? So if a patient comes to you and says, that doctor told us this medicine, why are you saying this medicine? Does that make you a little irritated?
Yes,
Because nobody can compare your judgment with anybody else.
yes.
So what does this got to do with your mom now?
Nothing.
Nothing. But let me clarify why you need to resolve this situation with your mom so that you can dissolve this pattern. That's one reason. Because if you don't dissolve this pattern of anger and jealousy, this pattern will live inside you.
Yes,
Even if you improve your relationship with your mom, and if you don't dissolve this pattern will live inside you. I could do a very superficial exercise with you of making you feel good with your mother right now. But if you don't dissolve this pattern will live with you in the future. And frequency creates an own attraction. So the more you live with jealousy and anger, what will you attract?
jealousy and anger.
You'll attract a lot of people who will make you jealous. You'll attract a lot of people who will make you angry. And that'll affect all your other decisions in life. Correct? It'll affect your health, your relationships, your career, your money, all 4 areas of life. So do you see how important it is that it's not just your mother, you need to dissolve this pattern first? Does that make sense?
Yes,
Perfect. So are you ready to dissolve the pattern?
I was waiting.
Okay, you were waiting. Awesome. So we've already taken the first step, which is taking responsibility for this pattern. So let's say it again. Once again, everyone, right hand on your heart and repeat with me. I am responsible
I'm responsible
for everything I feel.
for everything I feel.
I am responsible for my anger.
I'm responsible for my anger.
I am responsible for my jealousy.
I'm responsible for my jealousy.
Now, what does responsibility mean? Responsibility is not simply saying that I'm responsible. Responsibility means ability to respond, which means now you respond to the same situation differently. That's called response, right? So, for an example, give me an example in your professional life where somebody says something to you of a particular situation, but that never makes you angry, which usually probably makes other doctors angry. Can you give me a similar example?
Mm, yes, few days back, someone in our office, hospital office, so he compared me with someone else. So I was smiling, and I asked him why you were comparing with me with her. So he told me something about her. So I told him that, look, buddy, what she is doing, she is maybe wrong or maybe right, but she at that moment, present at that moment, and she need to walk upon what her judgment is that about that patient. So she is dealing accordingly. So at that moment, I was not present in this situation. So I don't know how to do anything with this situation, how to deal with this
So, in
situation.
that moment, were you jealous?
No,
That moment, were you irritated?
no,
No, you were not. You're sure about that.
yes,
Okay. So close your eyes and go back to that feeling where you dealt with him very peacefully, without feeling irritated, without feeling jealous. And now imagine your mom is the same person comparing you with this other cousin of yours for being successful, for having a better behavior than you. Now I want you to peacefully smile first. Imagine you're talking to your mom, and now say to your mom very peacefully, very respectfully, why it is okay for you to be the way you are. And convince her peacefully that you are who you are and that person is that person. And it's okay. And it's okay if you're not as successful as that person. And observe how does your mom feel when you respectfully communicate to her instead of doing what you usually do. Okay? Now relax your energy and open your eyes. And tell me, what is your prediction? If you would speak to her like this with respect, with ease, what would she respond?
She is a very logical person, so she will again try to prove her point.
And if you continue to have a logical discussion with her, what will happen? Respectfully, lovingly.
She will stop.
She will stop.
She will stop giving comments or her inputs.
Okay. Okay.
She will tell me do whatever you want to do.
Okay. And if you really were an NLP master, which you are, how would you pattern interrupt her instead of running away from her? And instead of letting her running away?
I will try to. I will not try to convince her. I will tell her, look, mom, this is my life. I need to take my responsibilities. I need to work on my. Maybe I get success, maybe I get failure, but this is nothing to do with you. This is absolutely my responsibility.
So when you say this is nothing to do with you, will that make her happy?
No.
Is that respectful?
No.
No. So what would you rather say?
Yes, I know that you are very concerned about me because you love me a lot. But at this moment, I'm little bit of grown up and I'm dealing with lots of people nowadays. And situation has changed. Whatever situation we have now, situation has changed.
Okay.
And
So let me coach you on how to deal with your mom. Okay. This is what you need to do with all women in the world. But let me first remind you how your mother dealt with you when you were small. When you were very, very young, maybe 6 or 7 years old, and when you were talking things which you were not understanding, right? And maybe you were comparing her with other children's mother, or when you were asking for things which she could not provide. How do you think she dealt with you? Did she try to logically convince you that you're wrong and you should understand and she doesn't have the money? Is that what she tried to do?
no.
No. What do all mothers do when a 5-year-old boy or a girl is not understanding them and they're trying to ask for something they don't have? How do parents deal with the kid?
I think manipulate.
How? Give me an example. And that's not a bad manipulation, right? That's like a motherly manipulation.
Yes.
Like how we manipulate a car. So she's like motherly manipulating you to kind of handling your emotions. But how do you think mothers deal with children at that time?
They will be affectionate and they will clarify what is going on and they would try to change our focus to something others.
So they're not trying to convince because they know a 5-year-old boy cannot understand.
Yes.
They cannot understand budget and lack of money and all of those things, right? So maybe that time the mother kind of gives you a hug and says, "Oh, my sweetheart, I understand you want this," and then they'll just say, "Okay, we'll get it for you." And they listen to you, they empathize with you, they sympathize with you, and then they just divert your focus to something else. Correct?
Yes.
That's how you should be dealing not just with your mom, but with any woman in the world when she's angry. Where instead of convincing her back, maybe you just need to agree with her. This is called empathy. What is empathy? Being in the other person's shoes, which means just agreeing with her for a few minutes. Because she's not really wanting to compare you with him. What does she really want?
To be successful as him.
So is she more concerned about him or is she more concerned about you?
She is more concerned about me.
And what are you focusing on?
She is more concerned about him, his success.
And you're also focusing on that she wants you to become like him.
Yes.
But is that what she really wants?
No.
So what does she really want?
She really wants to be in my zone, but she needs to feel that proud.
Forget about that. What does she really want?
My success, my
That's it.
betterment.
That's
Yes.
it. And she expects more from you. And she's just using this third person as an example, which in NLP language we call as what?
Metaphor.
Exactly. So when I use a metaphor with you, do I compare you with that metaphor?
Yes.
Am I trying to
Somehow.
compare you with someone else, or am I just using that
No.
example to give you an explanation?
Explanation.
Exactly. So what do you think your mom is trying to do?
Give an explanation
And she's trying to focus on whom?
on myself.
And you're focused on how she's comparing you with him.
Yes.
Do you see how your focus is creating your emotion? What's happening right now when I changed your focus? And when I took your focus to the fact that your mom is more concerned about you rather than even that third person, what's happening to you right now? What are you feeling about your mom?
She is right.
And very interestingly, you were sitting like this for the last 5-10 minutes. And just when you realized your focus needs to shift, you came like this. And that's not a coincidence. Because when you bow like this, part of you is willing to surrender to somebody else's point of view. Which means somewhere you need to realize that you just need to surrender to her love and her expression of love. Unfortunately, her expression of love is in her age, whatever she realizes, for her, the metaphor is this guy. So she's trying to convince you in that possible metaphor that, beta, please try to be as successful as him. Now, yeah, she doesn't have the best communication skills, but the question is has she joined Platinum? Does she have the training to communicate with her son? Has anybody given her a manual or how to talk to you properly?
No.
So how did she bring you up all these years?
With her gut feelings.
Yeah. So was she doing her best or was she trying to do her worst?
Trying to do her best.
So if you remember in NLP, we say every person always makes the best possible decision in that possible moment. Do you remember that's one of the presuppositions of NLP?
Yes.
Every person makes the best possible decision in that possible moment, which means nobody ever makes the second best decision in the world. Even a murderer, when murders in that moment, for that person in that moment is the best decision. They may regret it later, but in that moment, that's the best decision. Correct?
Yes.
So in NLP, as you say, we say that don't try to change people, just expand their options, they will change automatically. So right now, what you're realizing is, I'm just giving you another option of how you need to look at your mom. You had only one way of looking at your mom, which is she's comparing you. I'm now giving you a second option. She's not comparing you, she's just loving you. That's the only way she has to show you that she loves you. If you focused on that, how would you communicate that to her?
More kind of loving.
And do you even need to convince her that you don't need to become like that guy?
No.
Then what do you really need to do in that moment?
I just need to give her love, more love.
And what else do you need to give her?
And try to
Because,
understand her point.
yes, so what is she feeling? What is that mother feeling who's trying to tell her son to be successful by using an example of a third person? What is she really feeling about her son?
That he is also good and he can achieve that.
Yes, but right now he's not achieved success and she's trying to tell him to be successful. So what is she feeling about you? Everybody tell me in the chat window, what is she feeling about Tanmay? Tell me, Tanmay, what is she feeling about you?
Maybe she's feeling about failure.
She feeling about?
How failure I am.
Take your hand again, give yourself a tapu. Now you're thinking like a man, not like a woman. Think like a mother. What is she feeling about the son? Why is she telling the son? Why is she angry at the son? Why is she telling the son to be successful? Why is she trying to control the son? Why is she comparing the son to somebody else? What is she feeling about the son? You know it. Think like a father, think like a mother. You're going to be a father one day, right?
So this is parent emotion.
So,
Is
what emotion would you call that?
mother affection.
What other emotion would you call that mother's affection? What do mothers feel about children all the time? What do you feel when your mom is not picking up the phone and you're trying to call her?
Worry.
And what do you think she feels when she sees that you're not able to live up to your potential and she wants you to be more successful and she doesn't see you doing that? What does she feel?
She's also worried.
And when somebody is worried inside their heart, on the face they show anger sometimes. But when they're worried inside them, how do you think they are reacting inside? Are they laughing or crying?
Crying.
Now close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want you to take a deep breath, relax. And I want you to imagine that your mom is again talking to you. And as she's talking to you, I don't want you to listen to her anger. I don't want you to listen to her comparison, her control. But I want you to see deep inside how she's worried. And how, when she's alone, she's crying. She's got tears of sadness.
Sorry to interrupt, sir.
Yeah.
I can't hear you. Your
You can't
voice
hear
is
me?
down. Yes.
All right, so let's try that again. Close your eyes again. So imagine again when your mom is talking to you. I don't want you to focus on the fact that she's comparing you, that she's angry, but I want you to imagine when she's alone, how worried she is for you, and how sad she's for you, and how much she cries sometimes thinking, when will Tanmay get married? When will Tanmay be as successful as other people? I know he can do more, but why isn't he more? And the more she's worried about you, who does she hate for not making you successful? Who does she doubt for not making you successful? What do you think?
Herself.
And how does that make her feel?
Not good.
Does she agree? It's about anger. She's not doing a great job, successful maybe. And when she gets angry at herself, who does she bring that anger out on?
On myself.
Yeah. But do you see she's not angry with you? She's actually angry with whom?
With her.
Yeah. Now, with your eyes closed, I want you to imagine one more time. Your mom is talking. And now, instead of convincing her that you don't need to be as successful as your cousin, this time I want you to hug her, love her, and say, thank you, mom. Thank you for your worry. And just agree with her and say, I understand. I love you. I'm sorry I'm not as successful as you want me to be. I promise you, I will do my best. I assure you, I will do my best. I'll make you proud. But please don't worry, mom. You're the best. And now imagine if you really said this to her, how would she feel? More importantly, how are you feeling right now? Open your eyes and check how you're feeling.
Very sorrow.
Did you feel what she was feeling for the first time? And can you believe what she's missing?
Yes.
What?
That love. I need to give her back. That assurance I need to give her back.
Yeah. Because the problem is every time she sees your failure or what she thinks is your failure, she thinks is whose failure? And then she's angry at herself. She hates herself for it. And then she removes all that anger on,
On me.
and you hate her back for it.
Yes.
And then when you hate her more, how does she feel more about it?
I know that.
And if she left this world with this feeling,
I don't want to.
so from now, every time she's angry, she's comparing you. You can either focus on the fact that she's comparing you with someone else, or you can focus on the fact that she loves you so much that she expects more from you. And every time she's judging you, she's not judging you, she's judging whose upbringing.
Her.
Have you ever seen two women talking, two mothers talking? If one mother doubts another person's baby, the other mother gets very, very possessive. She's like, no, no, my son is not like that. On your face, she'll shout at you. She'll get angry with you. But in front of another mother, she'll like, no, 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 my Tanmay is not like that. Because doubting you would be doubting whose upbringing.
Her.
And then she would have to hate herself for it. That she's a bad mother. That she did not do her best. No matter what she did in her life. Was not enough to make Tanmay happy and successful. That is what she's really feeling.
Yes.
And on top of that, you take your hatred and pile it on. So what should we do with this?
Just stop all these emotions of hatred and negativity.
You sure?
Yes.
But you can't stop hatred and negativity. As you know, I always say you cannot stop negative feelings. You can start positive feelings. So what can you replace anger for your mom with? What is the opposite of anger and positive emotions?
This is love,
Okay.
calmness,
Very good. So calm, love, and what would be the opposite of jealousy?
proud,
Here's another word which most people don't know. The opposite of jealousy is also acceptance. Humble acceptance. You understand humble
yes,
acceptance? Right? Like for an example, I want you to tell me, Mitesh,
Mitesh,
I have better hair than you do.
I have better health than you.
And my response is, oh, actually, yeah, you do. Yeah, you're right. You do have better hair than I do. Yeah, that's actually true. Now, what is this? Is this jealousy or is this humble acceptance?
Hence,
This is humble acceptance. I accept it very humbly that yes, you do have better hair than I do. So I'm now, is that making me angry anymore?
no,
Why not?
because now I'm accepting what I am.
So will you make me angry if you say that I don't have good hair?
No,
This is called taking responsibility for your feelings, reflection. So your mom, when she tells you that your cousin is doing better than you, the problem is not just what she's telling you. The problem is even you feel you're not as successful as him. That is why you feel jealous.
yes,
That is why you feel bad because you are feeling bad about not being as successful as him. Correct? What if you could simply take humble responsibility and say, yes, I'm not as successful as that person? How would that feel?
very calm.
Try it now. Say it with me. I'm not as successful as him.
I'm not successful as him.
I'm as successful as I am,
I'm as successful as I am,
but definitely not as successful as him.
but definitely not as successful as him.
I'm not as well married as him.
I'm not well married as him.
I'm not as well behaved as him, maybe.
I'm not as well behaved as him.
Maybe I don't even make as much money as he does.
Maybe I don't make as much money as he is making.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, that is true.
Now check, how does that make you feel?
Nothing.
Does that make you feel like arguing with me right now? Why not? Why don't you feel like arguing right now?
Because I accepted that fact that what
Exactly.
he is, and what I am.
Exactly. Simple. The moment you accept, nobody can make you jealous. Your mom's not making you jealous. You're feeling jealous because you're not accepting what she's showing you in the mirror. And if you do that with your mom, you will be doing that with your clients. You will be doing that with your patients. You will be doing that with your seniors. You will be doing that with your subordinates. You'll probably even do it with your wife in the future, where she'll show you somewhere you're not good, and you will get angry and you'll feel jealous, right? So my suggestion to you is, instead of anger, let's focus on affection and love for the other person by focusing on how that person is worried for us, and that is why they're getting angry on us, rather than getting angry back. Then you don't have to convince your mom, then you just have to give her a what?
Hug, love.
And then you just have to look in her eyes and say, yes, mom, I know I'm not doing as good as him. I promise you I'll try to do better. And if you really said this to her, that yes, mom, I know I'm as not as successful as him. I'll do better. What do you think she will feel?
She'll also feel okay. Give him another chance.
No. Again, thinking like a man, like a boy. Think like a mother. If you tell your mother, yes, mom, it is my mistake. I'm sorry. I'll be more careful next time. I'll do my best to do better. What will your mom feel? Will she feel logical or emotional at that time?
Emotional.
Yeah, she'll look at you and say, yeah, nah, that's what I wanted from you. And when she feels emotional, she may not even show it to you in your eyes, but when she turns, she may have tears in her eyes. Because that would be proof that she did a good job bringing you up. So again, who becomes a good mother?
See,
Because of whom?
me,
And how does that make her feel?
proud of her upbringing.
And if she left this world this way instead of the previous way, would that be a better way to go?
With
But
satisfaction.
maybe sometimes we leave before our mother. How would you feel if your mother felt proud of her upbringing towards you? Hmm? That was an interesting, some pattern got released there. I can see you're filled up right now.
Yes. Mm. At the beginning, I have my right side very much heaviness. Now it is all gone.
Hmm. And you thought you wanted to make your mom proud. You wanted to convince her that she should be proud of you the way you are. That's not the problem.
No.
The problem has been you've not loved and accepted yourself the way you are. So you don't like it when she compares you. And you've not been focusing on her worry for her instead of just focusing on all the comparisons she does with you. And as far as the control part is concerned, why is she trying to control you?
Because of that worry.
And because she doesn't trust you somewhere. Because
Yes.
she's worried that if she doesn't control you, you'll not do a good job. Correct? And
Yes.
you hate yourself for she not trusting you, right?
No.
And when you don't like it, she doesn't trust you, you hate whom for it?
Myself.
And when you hate yourself for it, then who do you hate back?
My cousin.
Interesting. And it's all a cycle here. But the fact is, she's controlling you because she knows you're going to make a mistake. But you need to earn her trust. And sometimes earning her trust doesn't always mean proving to her that you're right. Sometimes it's just holding her. Is that making sense?
Yes.
So now close your eyes for a few seconds. Relax your energy. And after your eyes are closed, I'm going to be playing some music. Tell me if my voice and music both is clear to you right now. Voice clear, music clear?
Music is low.
Music is low. Is the music there now?
Yes.
Okay. Now think about your mom today evening. And imagine having dinner with her. And imagine how she's trying to control what you should eat and how much you should eat. Does she do that?
Yes.
Yeah, I bet she does. And this time, instead of feeling bad about her control, maybe if you could let her control you, maybe if you could let her feel you are her little boy, how would you behave on that dinner plate? Would you let her control you, or would you try to control her back? Would you let her be the mother, or would you try to be her parent? Will you be the old, grown-up Dr. Tanmay, or will you be the sweet old Tannu? I don't know, what was your pet name? And if that's how you behaved with her today evening, how would she feel? And imagine just before she goes to bed, you go to her in her bed and you say, I love you, Mom. Say it loudly. Imagine you're looking at her, holding her hands. Say it loudly again.
I love you, Mom. I really love you. I love you, Mom.
Say,
I
I'm sorry.
love you. I'm sorry.
I did not understand your feelings.
I did not understand you.
I didn't understand your anger.
I didn't understand your anger.
I know you were not angry.
I know you were not angry.
You were just worried.
You were just worried.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
I'll make you proud.
I'll make you proud.
I love you. Imagine you gave her a hug. Maybe she had some tears. Maybe you did too. But most importantly, imagine when you left from that bedroom. How did she sleep? For the first time in many years, how did she feel as a mother? But most importantly, when you sleep tonight, how do you sleep as a son? Not just as Dr. Tanmay. And if you could sleep like this every night, how would you feel when a new woman comes in your life and maybe tries to worry about you? Would you let her come in your life? And do you realize maybe that's why you're not attracting someone? Because you don't want another woman to control you. Because you're scared, what if one more woman comes and I'm not able to handle her? But what if you instead of getting fearful, what if you opened up your heart, knowing you have the guts, you have the courage to handle not only your mom with love, but even your coming partner? And when they would get angry, when they would get hatred towards you, when they would worry towards you, instead of hating them back, if you could see who they truly are for you, it would be so easy not only to be a wonderful son, but to be a wonderful husband. Now imagine you're happily married and your wife is trying to control you one day. She's trying to control what you should eat, what you should not eat. And exactly in that moment, you're realizing, oh, she's doing exactly what my mom used to do. And now, once again, instead of getting angry at your wife, giving her a hug and saying, sweetheart, don't worry, I love you. Don't worry, I'm here. And see, how does that make you feel as a husband, as a man, as a son? And that night you realized it was so important to get along with your mother, because all of that was connected to you being an amazing husband. And she trained you for this. Mentally say thank you to your mother.
Thank you.
And slowly open your eyes. Okay, check how does that feel?
Absolutely normal.
Awesome. Think about your mom. See what feeling comes.
Love.
Hmm.
I know that why she is behaving like this, but I know that after a few days she will be most proud and satisfied mom.
Yeah. And sometimes, even if she is, she may not tell you because they are so used to worrying about you that they'll always mask their love only with worry. That's what women do. That's what mothers do. But maybe that's okay because you have the guts to see, you have the power, you have the laser eyes to see what's behind that, right? So, do you agree that relationships are very complex? Ah, that's the answer I wanted. So everybody on YouTube, normally when I ask people, are relationships complex? The people say, yeah, the relationships are very complex. No, they're not. It's this easy. After all, what do human beings want? We want simple things of understanding each other. And once Tanmay understood how to understand what his mother really wants and fulfill those needs, it is so easy to relate to anybody in life. But if we can't even learn how to relate with our parents, how do you relate with your life partner? How do you relate with your boss, your colleagues, your clients, or anybody else in the world? Make sense? Perfect. So thank you, Tanmay, for being an amazing, amazing student today. It took us only what? About 40 minutes, 30, half an hour, 40 minutes to come to this experience, which was an amazing experience of you being not just an amazing son, but also an amazing what?
Husband.
Exactly. Did you realize that's why you were not attracting a woman?
Yes.
Somewhere you were blocking that energy. And now, if you're not scared, maybe you could open your arms and allow a strong, aggressive woman to come in your life.
Colgate you.
Exactly. Awesome. Super. Thank you, Tanmay. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. I'm so proud. I remember the day when you joined Platinum. It was an accident, but it was a beautiful accident. I'm really, really happy that you joined because you're one of the fastest growing members in Platinum. The progress that you've shown in NLP and then after that in every other course, Relationship Mastery, it's just phenomenal, Tanmay. Just phenomenal. Thank you so much for being part of Platinum because it makes me proud. So thank you.
अगर आप उस दिन कॉल नहीं करते शायद मैं ज्वाइन नहीं करता. So all credit goes to you.
Attraction hona hi tha. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you very much. So those of you who are watching us live right now, did you loved what you saw right now? If you did, what I want you to do is think about this. We are not trained to handle the relationships that we want. So we start believing that relationships are complex, relationships are impossible to deal with, but they're not. Relationships are not rocket science. Relationships you can learn to deal with if you know what relationship skills you need to deal with people in life. One of the reasons Tanmay was able to deal with this situation with me and learn so fast. Did some of you realize Tanmay was learning really, really fast? There was no resistance here. And the reason is because he's gone through the relationship mastery course. That is why I do these live coaching sessions only with my platinum members because they know what it takes to just make that small shift to make that big difference in their life, right? Does that make sense? Then it would have been very difficult if you had not done all those things with me. Make
Yes.
sense? Right? So that is why I invite all of you to really start working on your relationship skills. And if you would really love to do that, first thing I'd love you to do is, of course, make sure that you like this video today. And if you really like it and you share it with everyone else, then that's how we will know that you are showing appreciation for it. Second thing, what I'd love you to do, let me show you quickly over here. Oh, somehow my screen is just, yep, okay, hopefully I'm back. Yes. So you can see this link over here. From my side, here's a gift for you. This is my invitation to you. Please start focusing on your relationship skills, which can help you to create results like Tanmay very, very fast in your life. Does that make sense, Tanmay? It's possible to create these kind of results in life. And we
Absolutely.
do this in our relationship mastery course by upgrading our relationship skills. If you'd love to join the relationship mastery course, before you even make the decision of joining, I'd love you to go through the first lesson of relationship mastery with me completely free as my gift. If you would love to receive this gift, everyone type in gift in the chat window quickly right now. And all you need to do later is type quickly, use this link miteshkhatri.com/relationship. We'll also add this link in the chat window for you later in YouTube. Make sure you click on it, subscribe, get access to this first lesson of relationship mastery. Tanmay, you've already gone through this first lesson. What do you want to tell people about it? You know, the rackets lesson and everything.
It is absolutely amazing when I realized first time that where is my reflection is working. After going through these lessons, I was always wondering why this is happening to me. And I used some other techniques to block that. I am successful for a few moments, but somehow I'm not able to release what I actually achieved this and what I actually learned this. That it is
Correct.
not my perspective.
Correct.
It is
It's a reflection
absolutely
somewhere.
reflection.
Amazing. So some of you will understand what Tanmay is saying when you go through the first lesson. So once again, take advantage of that gift quickly. And before we leave, please everyone say thank you to Tanmay because of him, we've got this amazing experience of a transformational observation today. Thank you, Tanmay, once again. I'll see you
Thank you,
soon in another
for
course.
giving this opportunity also.
Most welcome, my friend. Most welcome. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. You can log out now. And with that, while we leave from here, everyone, let's say bye to Tanmay. Thank you very much. I will see you soon in the next session. Remember, if you would love to be part of more such sessions, all you need to make sure is like the video, share the video with more people whom you think need to learn something like this with their parents, and most importantly, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get an intimation of my next session. Okay. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.